Hello, welcome to another edition of Through the Rabbit's Hole. I'm Liam, here
Hello,
with.
Celine.
Today we are going to be talking about 9/11, Twin Towers. What do you remember from that day when it happened? Where was you?
I believe I was at home, just on the sofa, and then news come on, and then I'm watching a couple of planes, supposed planes, smashing into two buildings. They're coming down.
I was in school. I was in sixth form. I just finished a lesson. I walked into our common room, and I remember a guy who was in class, Luke, said, Twin Towers have been hit. Right, okay. And literally, I just turned and watched, saw the second one hit. I laughed out loud in disbelief, not because it was funny, but I was just like, wait,
Did it happen?
Is that real?
Is it real? This is what we're going to get to today. We're looking into it because there's just more than the Twin Towers. We're going to go into Building 7 as well, that no one talks about as well. But then, for me being in the construction, steel, and the size of the steels that would have been in that building, humongous. A plane could fly along and a bird in front of it, and it demolishes the front of the plane. And how did any plane go into that building, and how it came out the other side? On one picture it showed, come out the other side, it would never happen. It would just gone. And then where's all the rubble?
Question: what are planes made out of?
I'd say alley.
Something like that. Tin alley. So we've seen the pictures of when a bird hits. The whole front of that plane gets
destroyed.
Dented.
Absolutely destroyed.
Knackered. So you're telling me that flimsy metal destroyed
two buildings.
Plus petrol. Don't forget the petrol in the plane. Those two together.
It's not petrol, but
petrol diesel.
It's not diesel either. It's a highly flammable, fuel, which is highly flammable, but still could not get to that intense heat that it would melt any steels or any joins enough to take a whole steel building down. People look at this building like it's concrete. It's made of steel, and then it's covered.
Yeah. Now I remember on the video it used to be on YouTube, and there was a man that was already there filming, and he went around jumping in and out of the buildings, talking to people. I remember going into Building 7, but we'll get to that. And all you could see was orange dust everywhere.
From a grey building.
From a grey building. Now, I don't really understand how that was possible.
Here's another one, actually. I just literally just sitting there thinking about it, you saying that. So if the plane did hit, and it did mysteriously smack into it, and it did take it down.
Yeah.
All right. Before this, you've got all these poor people jumping out of it and everything. And that's just to say, half the people didn't turn up that day that were supposed to have turned up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We know from what state they're from, and their nationalities or religion or whatever you want it. But anyway, so if it did hit into it, and there were some fires, and it came down on its own footprint, which it would never do unless it was internal, like dynamite will take it down like they do in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But, all right, so this did come down, and then mysteriously, all them bricks and blocks that blew up and turned to dust somehow. So it was only dust, and then we went flying everywhere, which would have been an implosion. But then, where was everything that was inside it? Chairs, desks, everything. Where's all them stories of everything that was inside that building?
I know what it is.
Go on.
They disintegrated like the metal that hit the ground.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, that must be it. I'm not a professor of physics, but
there must have been a chair or a desk or something in that pile. All they showed us was piles of metal. So you're telling me all that metal, and I mean that's one hell of a lot of metal.
There's a lot of metal,
Everything, all just in one little stack on the floor. But there's no brick, there's no block, it's just dust because it all disintegrated.
You just reminded me, actually. I remember not long after, I think it was a couple of years, the conspiracy theorists going around about this guy that phoned up the news station.
Yeah.
And apparently he worked there on that morning. And he said there was a fire in the basement that morning. They called the fire brigade.
Okay.
And then there was another person that phoned up and said there was like an explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember.
Underneath. Yeah. So, okay. Bit weird. Why was that never looked into?
There's a load lot that looked into. But we know something was wrong. There was no way any planes hit into them. And then, obviously, we won't forget the Pentagon as well. One of the most protected buildings on this planet. With
that only
God knows how many.
One camera, which was grainy, across the road. And even in that video, you don't see the plane. Why was none of the other videos released?
I don't know. And they reckon they followed this plane.
Yeah.
So why didn't they take the plane down before it hit into it?
Oh, you mean the planes that were sent over the Pacific for 45 minutes in the wrong direction?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But I do now.
And then they were told to stand down.
Liars. Fucking liars. Just tell the fucking truth for once in your life. Never going to happen.
It's just mind-boggling. And then, of course, you've got Building 7. As I told you, that video that I watched...
Which no one knows what that building was.
Yeah, what was in Building
7?
No,
I know. We're just saying. They don't actually know what that building... But before that, there was a building in front of it.
Yeah.
So, well, it was Twin Towers, then a building, then Building 7. But Building 7 collapsed somehow.
Oh.
But no one knows what that building was, what it was used for.
What, the building in between?
Yeah.
That was a hotel. Sure it was.
But
it's still
nothing happened to
standing.
it.
No, it's still standing.
No,
I believe a stairwell got collapsed because there were firefighters.
You know why? That was so good. Better still.
Clearly.
They must have had so much better steel.
Must have been homemade steel.
Homemade steel.
Not imported.
Not imported from China. You know, those stills that were most, you know, you've seen the picture of all the blokes sat on that steel, which is, you know, about that big.
Yeah, I remember.
But a plane could hit into it with all that fuel in the wings.
Yep.
That's another story.
Yeah, so Building 7, on this video, you've got this guy walking around it. It's been vacated. Everyone's been told to leave.
Yep.
There's the marshal or fire guard, whatever they're called, telling, everyone's out. Walking around it, there's no one in there. And all you could see was there's a little bit of dust in there. The alarms are going off. There's debris falling on the roof. How much debris is going to make a building collapse from the bottom?
Yeah, but you remember the firemen as well. They said there was firemen on like level 9 or level 10 or something.
Yeah.
And they said there's no fires. There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. They went up higher and they said all the sprinklers on. Everything's getting safe, but there's nothing going on. Nothing on. And then one of them said there's explosions. There's explosions.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Look into that as well. There's explosions going on. So, liars again. And then let's be serious about it. How could a little man in a cave, what's his name?
Bin Laden.
Bin Laden. A little man in a cave in Afghanistan do that. Let's be serious. All right? It wasn't as great security back then.
No.
But I'm not being funny. Dogs and people are going to detect if they got bloody bomb suits on.
Well, they didn't. The planes.
No.
Do you know what they held them up with?
What?
It's literally like pen knives.
Yeah.
That's what they held the stewardess. Yeah.
Yeah. And if my arse was going to die, I'm going for them.
There's 6 of them. I believe there was 6 or 7.
Do
you know what? I'm going to have to fact check.
You tell me, no one on that plane got up and thought, oh, I'm dead.
Well, they did.
Well, how do they get into the pilot? Because they're not allowed into the pilot. How do they get into the pilot?
Because I don't believe there were locks on the doors there. Well, there would have been locks, but they would have been able to trick them to get in.
They weren't. Listen, their thing is to state you're not allowed in. If they had a penknife, they would have killed everyone before they'd even opened that door.
So that's what happened on flight 73, I believe it was. The one that crashed into the open. Because there were 4 planes that were hijacked. Then that one crashed into the ground.
No, so I don't know. I know there was, but I don't really know that.
They believe that was when the people on the plane fought back, and that's why they crashed it.
Okay.
They've done a whole film about it.
Okay.
Fair
enough.
Really.
So, 9/11, we're talking about 2001. 9/11, obviously. And,
You're saying.
do you know what? Also, when I was watching it in England, I also remember they done a report on the BBC, and they were saying the 2 Twin Towers had just gone down, but they still had one up when they were reporting it, and it went out an hour before, and that footage got took down. I remember that, and I remember going about what about they both took down. There's one there, Then a plane was supposed to have come along and took the next one out, which just went in and mysteriously, just went in and blew up as it went into it. But I think the front end did that. No, the front end came out, which would never have happened.
So. Okay, so there was 5 terrorists on each plane.
Okay.
4 on one.
And you mostly got, what, 200, 300 people on there? And they couldn't take down 5 people on it?
Yeah, seems a bit weird. But on the upside, now because of that situation, they do have air marshals on flights. Well,
they do indeed, yeah. On American Airlines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we're never going to be none the wiser.
Very baffling.
So that's our 9/11 for dummies. That's what happened. Somewhere down the line, 20 men, 20 men, I suppose.
19 men that were trained in a cave.
In a cave, got over to America, had a little bit of a fly around on a little plane, thought they were great because they didn't go flying
that
lessons.
woman, that old lady that saw all those.
There's no old ladies involved in it. She didn't do anything.
She saw a load of men dancing as the towers were coming down, and later they were arrested, and they were found out to be a part of the Israeli Defence Force.
Israeli Defence Force?
Israeli Defence Force.
What's that got to do with Afghanistan?
Nothing to talk about 9/11.
So am I, but
so during 9/11,
Bin Laden was in Afghanistan, and he wasn't an Israeli.
No.
But Israelis are Jewish, yeah? I do believe. And I do believe half of the Jewish people that day weren't in the buildings that were supposed to have come in.
Yeah. Or how come the man that owned the buildings took out a insurance policy the day before for terrorism?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Which building?
Both.
Oh, we own both of them?
Yeah, both, yeah.
Okay.
Very, very weird.
Okay.
It's like you go get third-party car insurance, and the next day you see it burnt out on the back lane. Very strange.
Very strange. Right, so I don't think we're going to get to the end of that. So, yeah. While we're on the sake of planes, let's go for one more little theory. We'll come off 9/11, so we're doing the 9/11. We're never going to get to the bottom of it because I'm never going to tell the truth. So let's talk about the missing plane.
What, Malaysia?
Malaysian plane. A plane that just was going along and just disappeared.
But then it was also found going in the wrong direction.
No, not another one. Oh, mate, I'll become a pilot. Just fly it where I want. Just, go there. You go to Jamaica. I end up in Sri Lanka.
Brixton.
Yeah.
Took off from Heathrow. Was flying for 12 hours. Ended up in Brixton. How did that happen?
I don't know.
I've got a great sense of
so anyways, loads of theories on that. Have you looked at the theories in that?
I looked at a couple.
Because they reckon
aliens, portals.
Yeah, portals. I saw the portal one there.
Yeah.
But then they reckon they found some of it. Didn't they say? It was found by some people. It was
in
underwater.
Thailand, by the coast of Thailand or something.
Underwater. And then, but there's also another one. It was found in the forest. So, but I don't think it's been found at all. But it's not about that. It's about who was on board.
I don't actually know. Do you?
Yeah, I think there was. Was it that one? Because there was 2 different planes. You had the other plane that came down mysteriously in Brazil, and it was just flying along and then just dropped.
This rings a bell. Was this recent?
This is recent one, yeah. So we're going to put this down as conspiracy theories, but plain conspiracy theories, I suppose. The one recently, a few months ago, it was flying along and then just literally spun out and dropped out down the sky. Pilots were trying to say, "Oh yeah, it got all iced up." No, that it got iced up.
In the Amazon.
Yeah. Got it. But no, it was a certain height and it could just ice up, even if it wasn't that high. And then it starts with propellers and it just drops. But this thing was spinning as it come down. But I believe that, same as Malaysian Airlines, I do believe one of them had a lot of doctors or people on it, I think, to do with cancer. And they believe they had cures for stuff. They would come into a big convention.
Yeah, go on. It's not that woman, was it?
Don't know.
Why I keep seeing her on the feed.
There's a big convention coming on, but then the other one was to do with global thing on this the world's dying and what's it called? Global fucking
World Health Organization.
No, what we in at the minute? They reckon we're losing our ice caps and
Global warming.
Global warming?
Global warming.
They'll be saying that in a couple of weeks when we start going into an ice age, wouldn't they?
Oh,
God. They're next thing I know, they're going to start bringing back all the, woolly mammoths. Is there a reason they want to bring woolly mammoths back? They think they realise that we're going to get a little bit colder, or?
Cancer doctors.
But anyway, it's 2 planes, one in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm just
Look
looking
it up.
now.
One's in
I'm looking
Brazil.
at it now.
Yeah. They have people on board.
Cancer doctors.
Yeah, that's one then. So they had cancer doctors, and they reckon
and
they had.
family with dog. Okay.
I'm not sure about the family and the dog,
What the
but they had people on board, scientists, doctors, to do with cancer, and they had a lot to say about it.
Jesus, that is mullered. Wow.
Yeah, it just came down. That spun out. It was ice. It iced up, even though it's got things to stop it icing up.
But I'm sorry, but for a plane to look like that, it means instead of going nose first, it's got to come down like that.
Yeah, it went down. You watched the video. Have a look on a video of the Brazilian plane coming down, and it didn't. It came. It spun.
8 doctors.
8 doctors. Yeah.
All bodies were required.
No one talks about it anymore. Just gone. And I believe they was.
That was 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
God, time goes quick, doesn't it?
I didn't even notice, yeah.
I feel like I'm getting younger. Well, it doesn't feel like 2001, the Twin Towers.
No, that doesn't seem that long ago.
My God.
But have you not? I'll tell you another thing. Our whole grasp on time since the lockdown. Have you noticed? It's felt very quick.
Strange. Yeah.
Because it's not felt right since.
No, I think first thing. Look, I don't know. I wasn't really locked down. I had to work. I was a key worker, but it has. It's going to be really weird, and I just try to come out with excuses. Because I'm getting older now.
You see it, you feel it.
I feel it. It's not I feel it more.
No.
It's because there's nothing exciting happening. Like when you go on a holiday for 2 weeks, the first week's exciting and you remember that. So it's feels like forever. The second week you've been there, you've done it, so it goes a lot quicker. That's what I try to say. Your memories don't think, so everything goes a lot quicker because you've been there and done it.
My 12-year-old son is saying it's going quickly.
Yeah, but it's an issue with your 12-year-old son. We know that.
You leave him alone.
There's nothing wrong with Callum. We love Callum.
No, but seriously, if you were 12 years old,
there's people talking.
So when you were 12 years old, you remember your summer or your holidays.
Yeah,
they used to last forever. They used to last ages. It used to feel like it lasted.
No one liked me. I'd be out on my own crying on my BMX up the field.
I said, do you remember it used to feel like a long time?
No, it did. I don't know. I was sent away.
Why were you a naughty boy?
No, not really. I've got ADHD and I was under the social services. So they sent me away to camp.
Was it the lighthouse? Light factory?
Is this some sort of joke? I don't know.
No. Was it? Because I went there.
What's the lighthouse?
Light factory, light shining bright. It's like a Christian thing. I used to go every summer when I was a kid.
Where did I go? I went local.
There was loads of fun there.
Where did I go? Near Mop End. What's that big house up there? Woodrow High House.
Okay.
So back then, I don't know where it is now, but it used to be a big camp for kids, like foster kids and all that lot. So we'd all go there. It was cool. Everyone like, yeah, we going there for and all that. But we had our own room, we were fed and all that. But every day we was out motorbiking, we was abseiling, we was out doing sailing. You know, it was literally a camp for kids. It was great.
I only ever went on one of those, I believe. No, a couple. It was a trip
amazing.
with the school. Stay Little in Wales. We went to there for a week. Abseiling, and me being a cocky little shite that I was, we used to do a lot of rock climbing. I was really into my rock climbing, so I thought, yeah, I can abseil. So I thought, all right, then go on, then you can go forwards if you're that brave. I'm like, yeah, why not? Well, not only did I cack myself, it started hailing.
Oh, lovely.
And I don't mean little balls of hail. I come down, I had bruises and red marks all over my face because it was like, get to the bottom. I just remember the instructor who just did not like me for some reason.
No?
I always thought I was a charming little
I love you. I think you're an amazing guy. He's been from radar on the 8th of March 2014.
That long ago?
Yeah.
What the fudge?
Flying from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Has it been found? That's the MH370. It was suspected in 2017 of covering 120,000 square kilometres without finding any objects. No, they reckon they found objects that could have been it on the African coast.
Wait, what? Okay, so first of all, my takeaway is that happened 12 years ago.
Yeah. Did it feel that long?
Wow. Like I said, concept of time is completely gone.
I think it's all due to. Do you know what? I might want to bring it up next time. I think it's something to do with the Bermuda Triangle. But there's more than one, isn't there? Now they found out there's more than one, and we have to look it up about going round. Like, it's not the Bermuda Triangles, but you might have the African Circle.
Yeah, I'm familiar with.
But there's supposed to be more. And now they're saying about portals and stuff. So, the portals. Should we talk about portals? I'll tell you what, we'll leave that for next time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what we'll bring up next time. We're talking about portals. Maybe we'll talk about Uri Geller, Mr. Trump, Iceland.
Yeah.
And Iran. You ask why Iran? This is for next time on Through the Rabbit's Hole. I don't think we're allowed to use that music.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. So cutting this up.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Anyway, yeah, cool. So next time on Through the Rabbit's Hole, I think Trump, Iran,
and Uri
Iceland,
Geller.
and Uri
It
Geller.
was Greenland, not Iceland.
No answer. And that's that one.
Through the Rabbit's Hole.
Through the Rabbit's Hole.